Today we're going to be following the JP's garage on this. And we're going to get rid of this clamps unpowered until connected to battery, because I just tried to use this on a battery that wasn't really well charged and I couldn't get it to work. I also want to use this for some electrolysis stuff and just kind of other things I just want 12 volt power and not a battery for. So first thing we're going to do is remove all the screws. You got 2 on each side and you got 3 across the bottom. 1, 2, 3, and that gets you inside. We're going to just pull this whole board out here so that we can move the neutral wire like he said. And then on mine, even though I just bought it in December of 25, I have the transistors not surface mount, so I'm going to go ahead and jumper those out as well. So we got this board pulled out, and it's actually JP's Fix and Build Again, not JP's Garage. Let me just flip it up here so we can see. So this is power to transformer. This white, the thick white, the thin white is power in from 120. So we got 120 coming right here. And that is that far left white. He says it opposite in his instructions, but he shows it that we're moving neutral from power in to neutral to transformer. So we got both the power out, power in soldered together there on the board. Like I said, he had it moved over to here on output. If you read this side, you can actually read AC in or 1 and then out. Got a little spur wire hanging out, but it'll be fine. So now we're going to move on to the transistors. We got the 2 transistors out, so that's these little guys right here. And just in case you ever want to put them back in, there's a number of them, and those go on the board. It's these 3 holes right here. Let me get something to poke in here with. So these 3 holes here, he's having you put them on the outer 2, and then down here these ones are vertical and a short or a jumper on the outer 2. On the inside here you can see my jumper, that top one right there, and then that lower one right there. Not quite as pretty as the upper one, but it'll work. There's a little shield that goes on one of these switches, that bigger switch there, and I lost it, so I'm gonna try to find it and I'm gonna get this reassembled. There's a little piece that I lost, so I'm gonna get that tossed back in there and button it up. Just goes right there on the front of that switch to keep dust and debris from getting into it. So we got it all put back together here. Got it plugged in. You can feel and hear that nice transformer hum, the whole reason you bought this sucker. And open circuit, we are at 16.22 volts on 10 amps. I don't know if that's going to change. There's 50 amps, and there's 2 amps. So yeah, you really get that buzz in there. So we got a AGM kind of battery over here. Don't know if our little selector is gonna do anything now. So we're gonna get this hooked up real quick. And I just dropped the leads together and we hit the thermal switch on it. And it just, if you heard that click, it just came back on. But what we're looking at is this battery is pretty much completely flat. We got 5 volts on it. So we're gonna hook up the charger and see what happens. So hooked up to the battery here, pretty much at open voltage at 2 amps. And it is outputting into the battery. Battery's bad, so it's not really going to do a whole lot. Our gauge does work, but it's not really accepting amperage into it. If I pull off this one terminal, we were at 5 and we're slowly falling out because the battery's bad. So, but it does what we want. We're getting power. We're not getting the safety. It's exactly what we're looking for. And then the thermal protection does work. So if these do a full short, the little thermal protection, which I believe is like the little thing sitting on the bottom right here that we had, saw when that was open, it does work, so it will protect itself. Off does not work. So I don't know why off drops my voltage, but it doesn't work. It's still, you get amperage across it. So, and then on AGM we get 14.59, standard we get 14.52.